Hosèn, and I'm a teacher of living in the heart, and I'm here to catalyze global ascension. And today I feel called to speak about the Paris attacks. As you maybe know, I live in France. I could actually do this vlog in French, so I might actually translate it or do another vlog en français. But because most of my vlogs are in English, I'll just continue in English. Actually, I'm in my office. There's a sauna here. My sauna. If you could smell, it smells amazing here. Blue lotus. So the Paris attacks. The thing is, it's hard to talk about it or share because it might go against what a lot of people feel or believe nowadays. And so I would love to talk about it with some examples and try to explain the context in which I see this. First of all, any act where we harm another human being, as bad as killing or even, physically, emotionally, mentally hurting anybody, I do not agree with. Okay? Then, the Paris attacks, it's not only about a terrorist, deciding to kill other people. There's a lot more involved. The context of these types of events is way larger than 8 people coming into a room somewhere or, a public place and start to shoot people around. I don't want to start going into exactly what I believe that's happening. What I would love to say about it is that the negative forces, there's negative forces on our planet and there's positive forces, okay? So the negative forces that are ruling our planet, they are aware of our high energy days, high energy waves. Our planet at the moment is being, since a few years, it's augmenting. It's being bombarded with beautiful cosmic loving energy where we can choose to be awake. Like nowadays, it's actually costing us more effort to stay asleep than to be awake. D'être éveillé, c'est plus facile que d'être endormi aujourd'hui. And so the thing is that our world is ruled more easily by fear. Okay? So we are, one of my first vlogs I talked about this, we are expanding when we are in love, when we feel love, and when we are in ease and grace and, in a loving vibration. And we are contracting when we are in fear. We cannot create anything. And so if this world is in fear through terrorist attacks or the 11th of this September event or through what a lot of people call false flag events, but still there's people dying, then what happens is that the media starts expanding all of this, and it's not now, it's already 10 years that we are under terrorist attacks and everything like this. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, guys. I'm just saying that a lot of these events are set up to keep us in fear. And so, for example, take the Paris attack of last Friday. what happened after the attack was a Friday evening. On Saturday, Paris, it was a ghost town, okay? Paris was usually full of life, bright, people from everywhere, international, happy to be there, and a beautiful Paris vibe. The next day, there was absolutely nothing. People were advised by the police to stay indoors. And all events were cancelled. Like for a world traveler like me, I was happy to be not in a flight, because there was no flights coming in of the country, no flights going out. Like nobody could come in, nobody could go out. I forgot how they call it, but it's the president who said, okay, that's it. It's the emergency, so they can, under that emergency law, they can do whatever they want, going into any house. Every event is cancelled. My little girl wanted to go to a marketplace and do some things there, it was cancelled. So the whole country basically is like a flom. It's dead. People stay out. People are in panic. People are in shock, which is totally understandable. People are in panic and in shock and everything. And so, woof. This whole, and what happened, like the Sunday, I literally got sick, not a bad sickness or something. I had a headache, and there was this type of kind of flu going through me that day. And happily, my beautiful husband and daughter took care of me. They put me next to the river in the sunlight and really took care of me all day. But I'm just telling you that the energy was so huge. And I mean, I'm not living in Paris. I'm living 5 hours of fast train away, 1 hour flight away. I'm in the south of France, but still the energy wave was incredible. Yeah, whew. And all I did was on Facebook, I posted this picture where it said, please don't feed the fears. Il faut pas donner à notre peur. And so it's like I'll post a picture after this vlog. It's like a funny type of, just saying don't feed the fears, because that's what this is all about. You can choose. Are you going to see this event in a broader perspective and still feel love? People say oh, but you have to, the day after, a lot of events were cancelled. And if you would do anything, if you would still make an event, people would get angry. They would say, no, you have to honor the dead, honor the victims of this event. But for example, this girl, she's 22 years old girl, studying in Paris, and she posted this on Facebook. She posted this, from her heart, this message. She was one of the victims in the middle of it. She played dead for an hour. Her name is Isobel. I will also show you a picture where you can put a link to her beautiful message, so touching, so moving. And in her message, she also says, while I was laying there in the blood of strangers, she says it was a massacre. It wasn't just some shooting, it was a massacre. So she was inside of the blood of the strangers, and she was playing that for an hour. And she said, that she didn't want to give in to her fear. She was in the middle of it, and she was like, these guys that are, they were turning around the people to see if they could kill some more, like vultures. She describes it all. And she says not to give in to the fear that these people want so much. And she says, while she was laying in the blood and she was waiting for her bullet and reflecting on her life, all she saw was the people she loves. All she saw was the people she loves, and she hopes that they know, even though whatever would happen to her, that they would believe in the good of people. I mean, it's a beautiful message, so touching, so moving, from somebody who was in the middle of this mess. This is it. This is the message. What you can do about the Paris attacks or any other attacks is to not give in to the fear, to keep believing in the beautiful, amazing planet that we're living on, to keep believing that the power of your love, of your heart, is way stronger than any other attempts or any other worldly event that they make us believe it's happening since more than 10 years. And we are way more influenced than we believe. Even me, I got sick the day, the Sunday. My energy, my whole, auric field just took it all in. It's like we are way more influenced than we believe through newspapers. We're all connecting more, but we're also influenced by the news and what they tell us. And even though you think, no, but, I'm a rebel, I'm outside of this, you're still inside of this, mass media influence. So yeah, I think the way out of this is to try even to go beyond the good and the bad. To try to go even beyond I'm a light worker and you're a dark worker. To go beyond any type of choosing the light or the shadow, or saying this is good or bad, and really try to stay in unity consciousness. Because when we stay in unity consciousness, which is the place in our deepest heart of hearts, that's where we are in unity consciousness. There's no polarity there like there is in the brain. It's like it's one beautiful unified field of love and light. And you don't even need to think or choose to be a light worker or a dark worker, or or fight the dark, or or stand in the light. No, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with unity consciousness, where you understand that everything has its place, and that we chose, when we came to this planet, we chose this experience of contrast. We chose the experience of dark and light because we knew that if we would choose this experience, this body, this incarnation in this lifetime, this 3D timeline, then we knew that we would expand, by living the contrast, by our desire, by our choices, and by what we manifest on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, choose unity consciousness. Whatever is happening, it's I'm making it into a daily practice. Like I make it into a daily practice to focus my energy. Seriously, like this is really important for me right now. Anyway, to focus my attention on the feeling vibration of reality. I mean, the feeling vibration of reality is something completely different than seeing reality. If I see reality, I say there's Paris attacks. It's horrible, people are suffering, killed, innocent people, their family, friends, all in shock. I can focus on that, and it will pass through me. But I can also choose to focus on the feeling vibration of this reality, and in this feeling, how do I feel? And this feeling vibration, to focus on positive feelings instead of negative ones. I say, okay, this is terrible, and I feel for the people that have lived this, and I feel the pain, and I feel I feel compassion, amazing, great compassion, and at the same time I feel happy about so many people lining up together, connecting and seeing the reality for what it really is, waking up, and I focus on that. I focus my energy on the feeling vibration, the positive feeling vibration of reality, and then through that I create reality. So the more people that do this, the more we will create peace, world peace, because this is it. This is what we're longing for. I mean, many of us are longing for. It's like you have the dark forces here, and we have the good forces there, and you have in the dark forces, and then in the dark forces there's like all of us are like in the middle of that, like in, we wish it to be so. We wish the world to be in peace. So one of the ways to create it is to feel it, to believe it, to manifest it. And so a lot of people say, I have to believe it to, I have to see something. You have to prove me something and then I'll believe it. That's the world of today. Prove it to me that I can see it, and then I believe it. But actually, it should be the other way around. It should be, I believe it, and that's after a while when I will see it. Because it's through our beliefs, through our love, through our hearts, through the light, through the amazing power that we have, we create this world. We co-create this world every second, again and again and again. So I believe we can create world peace. We're millions, billions of people that wish it to be so. There are billions of people that, and those billions of people are not ruling the media. They're not ruling all these positions of governmental, money, business, whatever, pharmaceutical things that, is happening. And so the most of us, we want it. We desire it. So the way to create it is to feel it, to feel this peace, to feel world peace, to not get distracted or get, to believe that this world is bad. Like, it's one of those things that, one of those enlightened masters, Moji, said. He said, don't show the world how sick it is, show the world how beautiful it is. So, yeah, I go for that. Okay, it's getting very long vlog. I love you very, very much. I would say, yes, I love you very, very much. And thank you very much for watching. I love you, and let's co-create the world peace. Okay? Let's do it. Believe it, feel it, and through your feeling you create it. Namaste. Thank you.